Rich People Problem by Kwan.
Bettina Ortiz y Mena was not accustomed to waiting. A former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up. Of course, the exceeding blonde strawberry blonde was this day's wife of Miami auto parts tycoon Herman Ortiz y Mena. And at every restaurant that she chose to grace with her presence, she always greeted with reverence and whisked to the exact table she desired. Today, she wanted the corner table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island. She wanted to sit on one of the comfy orange canvas director's chairs and stare out at the gentle lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad.
But there was a large noisy group taking up the entire terrace, and they didn't seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were. The women are overly tan, wrinkled and saggy, none of them properly lifted or botox. She felt like walking up to their table and handing her dermatologist's business cards. And the men were even worse, all dressed in old rumpled shirts and shorts, wearing those cheap store hats sold at the trinket shop on Dunmore Street. Why did such people have here?
The 3.5-mile-long paradise with its pristine pink sand beaches was one of the best-kept secrets in the Caribbean, a haven for the very rich filled with quaint little houses painted in shades of sherbet, charming boutiques, chic oceanfront mansions turned into inn, and five-star restaurants to rival St. Bart's. Tourists should have an exam before being allowed to set foot on the island. Feeling that she had been patient long enough, Bettina stormed into the kitchen. The fringe on her crocheted Pucci kaftan topping furiously as she made a beeline for the woman with a shock of pixie-cut blonde hair manning the main stove. "Julie, honey, what's the dealio? I've waited more than 15 minutes for my table." Bettina sighed to the owner of the restaurant. "Sorry, Bettina, it's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up first just before you did." Julie replied as she handed off a bowl of spicy conch chili to waiting server.
"But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let those tourists take up all that space?"
Well, the tourist in red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencora. His party just boated from the Windermere. That his royal husband you see moored off the coast. Isn't it the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen? I'm not impressed by pig poets, Bettina huffed, although secretly she was rather impressed by people with big title. From the kitchen window, she surveyed the party assembled on the terrace. These aristo-British types were such a strange breed.
Sure, they had their Savile Row suits and their harem tiaras, but when they traveled, they looked so painfully frumpy. It was only then that Bettina noticed three tan, well-built men in fitted white t-shirts and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjacent table. The guys weren't eating but sat watchfully, sipping glasses of seltzer water.
I assume that's the Duke's security detail. They couldn't be more obvious. Don't they know that we're all billionaires here on Beerland? And isn't how we roll?
Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special guests. They did a whole sweep of the restaurant before the party arrived. They even searched my walk-in freezer. See that Chinese fellow seated at the end of the table?
Bettina squinted through her Dior Extas sunglasses at the portkey. Balding 70-something Asian man dressed in a nondescript white short sleeve gold shirt and gray trouser.
Oh, I didn't even notice him. Am I supposed to know who he is?
That's Alfred Shang. He looks like their chopper. Doesn't he look like that guy that used to drive Jane Wyman around in Falcon Crest?
From what I hear, that chauffeur is the most powerful man in Asia. Julie, who was trying to focus on searing a cut of tuna to perfection, shook her head a tight-lipped smile. What's his name again?